Hello everyone and welcome. Today's video is part of the Kendra's Card Challenge, and it is a giveaway hop in which we are highlighting all of our super sponsors. Now today I'm going to be making a card with Pink and Maine, and they're one of our super sponsors. So I've got their Crafty Courtyard kit, and I've got these pop-up dies here, and I've got some of the pattern paper and the cardstock from the kit, and I'm just going to be working with these large dies. I'm going to do the butterfly out of the blue specialty cardstock and then the wreath out of the green, and I'm going to bring in these two panels for my card bases. So I've got my dies cut out and I've got some backers for them. These dies are different, and I'm going to be using sketch 5 and 6 for these particular cards. And I'm doing two cards because when you cut the paper for 5, you've got the paper for 6. So that's what I'm going to do, and I've got this real pretty yellow pattern that's got butterflies on it, and then I've got this plaid that I just love the colors on. I just think the pattern paper is really pretty. Now these you're going to cut at a diagonal, and what I like to do is find the exact center, both top and side, up and down and sideways. And I'm going to use my Cricut cutter here, and I'm just trying to get it lined up exactly right. And then I'm just going to take a little pencil and I'm going to mark that a center point right there on my pattern paper. And I'm going to just line it up, and I try not to cut all the way through the paper so that it'll stay together when I make the twist, but I accidentally went a little too far on this and actually cut through. So if you just line them back up and get your points lined up with your center, you're going to get the right cut. And you can see it's harder to do when you've cut all the way through it. So I've got those pieces ready, and I'm going to do the same with the plaid paper and just get it marked up. I was looking for a cleaner pencil, but I couldn't find one. So I'm just going to mark it up. And this one I think I am able to cut without going all the way through, and you'll see it's just easier to manipulate it if you don't cut all the way through than you can on the next one. And then just grab your scissors and just finish the cut, and it'll be real easy to cut that way. So I've got my panels ready to go, and I'm just going to begin getting my card panels and everything cut down to what it needs to be. So today's hop is a giveaway hop in which all of our designers will be featuring different super sponsors from the Kendra's Card Challenge. Our super sponsors provide us with product to work with, as well as prizes for the participants of the challenge. So if you create 15 of the cards and submit a single picture into Kendra's Card Challenge Facebook page where the appropriate albums are, and you enter your 15 cards, you'll have a chance to win prizes. And you have 3 chances for the quarter, each month. Like January had a chance, February had a chance, and then March you'll have a chance. So the February entries will be upcoming, the winners will, and then the March will be after the end of March. So I'm just pulling all of my materials together. I've decided to go with pink on the back of that butterfly so that I can actually flip my pattern paper over and have 2 very different looking cards. So that's what I'm going to do here. Now all of the designers are linked in the hop. We've got a little playlist. You can just click on it and you can do play all, and it'll just move you right through the playlist. And to be eligible to win for the prize, you'll need to click on, if you open up my description box, expand it, look, you'll see the more just below the video. There'll be the word more, and you can click on that and further open the description box, and it will have a link to the giveaway form. So you will need to fill that out to be eligible to win. And then to find out who wins, you'll want to go to the Cards by Kendra YouTube page in the community tab, and you'll be able to find out who wins there. You'll probably want to subscribe and click on the notification bell on Kendra's channel so that you'll be made aware of when the winner is announced. So I just used some tape to tape these panels together on the back there. I think it makes it easier to get them laid down, and I'm not even going to bother taking the tape off, and I'll just lay them straight down on there and that way they'll be laid exactly how I want them. Now you saw me flip that because that yellow butterfly pattern is directional, so I want to get my butterflies all flying in the right direction, and that's what I did. So I'm just going to lay this down on my panel there, and you can see we've got a lot of pattern paper going on. Now I maybe didn't choose the right sketch for these large pop-up dies, just because they cover up a lot of my pattern paper, and I really like the pattern paper, but I'm going to go ahead and go with it because I've got it all cut out and ready to go. And basically now what I'm doing is I'm showing you how these, well, first of all I'm going to pop out all the insides of these ferns and the dots and the hearts and everything, and then I'll show you how these floral elements pop up and how this die works. So I basically cut the die out. It doesn't cut itself out. It stays on the paper. So I just cut it down to the size that I wanted for my panels, and then I took my corner rounder and rounded the corners is what I did. Now what I'm doing is I'm pushing up all of the on the back side of all these floral elements and just pushing them forward so they pop up. So they're not cut completely out. They just pop up and add some dimension to your card. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm just popping them all up and getting some good dimension. And then I'm going to use that blue specialty paper there to line this so that I'll have some blue that will shine through underneath all of the popped up elements there. So you can see how that works. And the flowers just raise up on there and it adds some good dimension. So then I'm just going to lay this down on my pattern paper. And like I said, you can see it's pretty large. I might have been able to fussy cut that out, but I just was going to do it how the die was designed and just kind of show you. And so I just, like I said, I just cut it down to the smallest I thought that I could get so that my sides would be even, and then just took a corner rounder and just rounded those corners, and then I'm just going to lay it down on here. It unfortunately does cover up most of that butterfly pattern paper. You can see a little bit of the plaid paper on each side, but that's what I wound up doing. It looks like I got it a little bit offset there. So I'm just going to grab my, I was looking for my little enamel dots that came with this kit, and I had all of my Pink and Main kit stuff stacked there, and I had to kind of sort through it. But I'm just taking some of those enamel dots and adding them to the centers of the flowers, and I've chosen yellow for that since I've got a lot of yellow on my card base. I've just chosen that, and I'm going to get it laid down on there. And I'm going to add some of the blue ones also, just to kind of fill up some space that's on that. And then lastly, I've added a sentiment, Hello Friend, to the card, and that finishes it off. And I think it turned out nice, even though it's a little bit big for the sketch. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the second card. This would be sketch 6, in which I use the pop-up butterfly die, and I've flipped my paper to the reverse side, and I think it makes a completely different looking card. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.